Alright, today I'm just gonna make some sort of fun video, this time on Cardfight Vanguard, possible encounter cards that we'll see during the overdress era. We already saw Dragonic Overlord and Phantom Blaster Dragon being remade for the D era, and everything is going back with lore unlike V, so based on lore, many of these are gonna be talking about the legend of this unit. So today I'm going to be listing 5 very possible encounter cards, or in this case with the ride line as well because they're also with the ride chain. And spoiler alert, they are involving main characters because of course, they are the most likely. But on that, let's begin with my wish list. Number 5, Maelstrom. In the V timeline, they completely erased the Aquaforce lore, but in the original timeline, Aquaforce has a huge dark past, like it being sealed by the Void. And when Aquaforce was released, Maelstrom was the one who led the Aquaforce forces to show the world the power of the might of the Aquaforce. And the possible ride line will probably be Eric, Dio, Algos, and into Maelstrom. Because in the original timeline there wasn't really any ride chain, but in the V timeline there was sort of some kind of ride chain. So I mainly picked these 4. Number 4, Mao and Asha. So I'm putting these 2 in the same category because both of them were team members of Tribe 3 and also were helping Chrono Jet defeat Gizeh. So based on legend wise, Chrono Jet with the power of Messiah combined with 2 other of his allies combined their powers together to defeat Gizeh. So I see these 2 as a possibility but not very as likely. But for the Mao ride line, it's gonna be pretty simple. Milius, Felix, Liverot, and into Mao. And then for Asha, we got Oz, Diane, Sella, and into Asha. Hopefully G does get some love for the overdress era. Speaking of G, Messiah and Luard. For similar reasons, but Messiah is just Messiah because currently at lore, we are at a deity-less era. But legend-wise, Messiah has vanished with the Messiah ride line being Neon Messiah, Asleep Messiah, Awakening Messiah to Alter Ego Messiah. Not sure how they're going to go with Harmonix Messiah, but for legend-wise, that's what I would have picked. Especially with the disappearance of Messiah, there was also Gizeh who used Luard as a vessel, hence why Luard is part of the same list. With Drag Prince Root, Drag Wizard Neves, Drag Wizard Leopold, and then Drag Heart Luard. Because in the Legends of Lore, Luard was the vessel of Gizeh and helped freedom, with Messiah giving her powers to Chrono Jet to defeat Gizeh and save Luard and then disappeared after. To my number 2, it will be Alfred. Yeah, surprise, the first main protagonist does not get the number 1 spot. But it is very likely that Alfred plus Blaster Blade will get the encounter cards, probably very late into the overdress era, alongside another protagonist, I will note that. Because in Legends, it's probably going to be referred that Blaster Blade, along with Alfred, led the whole planet of Kree to fight against the Void, but was later captured and freed by a golden blazing warrior. Especially the idea of a rebellion at Cater Sanctuary's dictatorship is also pretty cool as well, and there could always be someone who reads the old text about Blaster Blade and Alfred. And the ride line will of course be, there's 2 different options. We could go Barkle, Marin, Blaster Blade, Alfred for the original timeline, or we could go to the V series timeline where we get Lime, Alan, Blaster Blade, and Alfred. Either one will work with me. And then before I go to my number 1, some honorable mentions. Chaos Breaker Dragon. Can't think of a ride line because there was not really much of a ride chain when it came to Chaos Breaker Dragon, but Chaos Breaker Dragon led the Link Joker invasion on Kree, and of course there might be legends about that, especially with his return and the aid to the Void, aka Gizeh, especially with the new Brandgate lore hinting that there might be the return of the Void. There is a very likely chance that we will see an encounter version of Chaos Breaker. Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion. I will admit, this is a weird one, but essentially, Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion led the forces of Dragon Empire after the capture of Dragonic Overlord by the Void. So obviously, there might be a legend for that. And finally, Blonde Azel. Ride line is pretty obvious. Kriff, Gareth, Balmains to Azel, and of course, this is the Golden Warrior that saved the planet leaders, aka Blaster Blade, Dark, and Dragonic Overlord. and this was the mysterious warrior that figured out how to defeat the Void and Link Joker. But I do see this one being very likely. Now to my number 1. It is Chrono Jet Dragon. It already has been stated in Dark State lore that Chrono Jet Dragon was the hero that united all the clans of Dark States. This also created the nation of Dark States. So obviously it is very likely that they will make an encounter Chrono Jet Dragon eventually. Probably alongside Alfred and Blaster Blade because they're both protagonist units, so why not? But the legend of Chrono Jet still continues after he defeated Gize infused with the Messiah's power. Now where this hero is, we don't know. But I do say, since this one has been hinted, Chrono Jet is the most likely one to get an encounter card out of everyone in the list. And also for the ride line, obviously Chrono Dragon is the starter. For the grade 1, I'll have to go with the V-Series ride chain of Bearing Revolver and Scope Dragon to Chrono Jet Dragon. Because I'm going to be very honest, there wasn't really much of a ride chain in the original timeline. Sure, we did have the ride chain for Season 2 where it was Chrono Dragon to Time Break to History Maker to Chrono Jet, but they don't really look alike, so it's really difficult to make it look like a realistic ride chain or ride line. But anything is possible. So that's it for this fun video. What do you guys think of my list? Are there other encounter cards that you would like to see? And I would only follow the rule of lore, because the ones that are important to lore are the most likely ones to show up. And also if you were played by the main character, or an important character. But in that, go ahead and give me your thoughts and choices down below, and have a nice day.